What's going on, lads and lasses? Welcome back to 100% Mags, and of course we are here for the match preview against Manchester United at Old Trafford this coming Saturday, of course, with the international break coming to a close now tonight, with England taking on Poland. And of course, before we get into the preview, I do want to do a quick shout out and a happy birthday to the late, great Gary Speed, who would have been, of course, 52 years old today. Gone way before his time, but he will never be missed by the Newcastle United fan base. And, of course, me condolences go out to his family on the day of his birthday as well. This game will, of course, be the 1000th Premier League game and our 500th away game from home, seeing us taking on Manchester United at, of course, Old Trafford. In this game, of course, is special for Man United fans, as it is the return of CR7, or to Man United fans, Ronnie, Cristiano Ronaldo, as he makes his return to Old Trafford. Something that we've heard quite a bit over the last few weeks now, and right the way through the entire transfer deadline day and right the way through the entire transfer window as well, that Man United were looking to bring Cristiano Ronaldo back to Old Trafford. Well done to them for acquiring Ronaldo back to Old Trafford. At the end of the day, it's a pretty big acquisition to be able to get somebody of that caliber back to the club. And well done to them at the end of the day. But, when you look at the fact that they were saying they didn't have any money and they've been able to bring in the likes of Ronaldo, Rafael Varane, Jadon Sancho, you've got to kind of call bullshit on the whole debacle, really. All of the cartel clubs have been doing it as well. They've all been going out there spending money, bringing in players, and you've just got to call bullshit on it. It's just the way I feel about it at the end of the day. You've got to call bullshit on it. You might hear as well that my voice is kind of gravelly and messed up. I do, of course, have a flu. It's nothing else serious, just the flu, and I have had it for the last few days and that, but hopefully it will go away soon. I've just been basically resting up during the international break and getting a chance to take a break away from the channel, and of course away from NUFC related content, NUFC related dealings as well. I have been checking up on Twitter, of course, of all of the stuff that's been going on with the takeover as well. We did see club statement come out on that, but I'll cover that in another video. If you want to see us talk about that and my reaction to all that stuff, then I'll cover that in another video. But today we're going to be talking about the upcoming game against Manchester United at Old Trafford, 3 o'clock kickoff this coming Saturday. And of course, it's going to be one of them games where, the media outlets like Sky and BT are going to wish that they had have picked the game beforehand, especially now that, Ronaldo is going to be making his return to Old Trafford. And, at the end of the day, who knows what's going to happen with Ronaldo when he returns to there. He's a 36-year-old man now. Yes, it is Cristiano Ronaldo, but at the end of the day, he still is a 36-year-old man. Is he still going to be able to go with the Premier League's mentality? Is he going to be able to take on that fitness level of the Premier League? We'll have to wait and see. But there is one really good thing to come out of the whole Cristiano Ronaldo to Man United saga, and it is, of course, the fact that we now get to see Alain Saint-Maximin coming up against Cristiano Ronaldo. An absolutely amazing player for us in Maxi, coming up against a world-renowned household name in Cristiano Ronaldo. And I would absolutely love to see Maxi tear Ronaldo apart. And, I can say that at the end of the day because, there's many Man United fans out there. There's many fans of other clubs out there down in Newcastle United, thinking, oh, well, Ronaldo's back at Man U. This is going to be an absolute thumping. This is going to be, a game where Man United are going to completely maul over Newcastle United. And you're looking at the game wrong. If you're looking at it from that perspective, you don't know football, and you should go back to whatever you're doing because clearly you don't know a thing about football when you're talking like that. Just because they've signed Cristiano Ronaldo, which is a 36-year-old man, by the way, at the end of the day, it doesn't mean they're going to absolutely maul in the game. I would expect, Steve Bruce to go with a 5 at the back. That's something we've seen him do quite a bit this season. And, it's not good. He needs to change it up. He needs to do something different. And you can see it, he needs to change up the way we play and needs to have a more attacking mentality. We've got probably one of the best attacks in the Premier League in Callum Wilson, Maxi, Almiron. They're absolutely quick as lightning. They can run on the counter-attack in the blink of an eye. And, we should be using that to an advantage against teams like Man United, teams like Burnley, the other 19 teams in the Premier League. We should be using this speed to our advantage, but we're not. And it's very frustrating if you look at the way we've been playing as well over the past few games. The game against Southampton, we should have won that game if not for a dodgy call. The game against West Ham was a dodgy game. The game against Villa was a dodgy game. And it's just one of them things. The referee for the game coming up as well is going to be Anthony Taylor, a local official from Cheshire, is going to be presiding over the game. And of course, that's not great because, he's from Cheshire and he has been known, to be quite favourable towards the Manchester clubs. We've seen him in the past, ref these games like Lee Mason has as well. He is a self-confessed Altram fan, but we've seen the likes of Mike Dean say that he's a Tranmere Rovers fan, but look at the way he goes on when he's on the pitch in the game against Arsenal or a Tottenham game. Look at the way he goes on. You've got to start opening your eyes to these corrupt ways that are being done in the Premier League, all this corruptness that is going on. And I know I sound like a broken record, keep saying there's corrupt activity going on in the Premier League, but it's clearly there for everybody to see. You've just got to open your eyes to see it. And if you're not opening your eyes to see that, or if you are seeing it and you're just ignoring it, then you're part of the problem. You need to wise up and, focus in on what the problem is here, and it's corruption. And that is what is the main focus to the Premier League, is corruption. We've seen it with the cartel. They've said that they don't have the money to buy players, but, Man United's brought in Jadon Sancho, Rafael Varane, Cristiano Ronaldo. They seem to have the money to bring in them. So, where's this money miraculously come from to be able to do this? Looking at, of course, the past 4 seasons against Man United as well at Old Trafford, we've lost the past 4 games. The last time we picked up any points there was, of course, the 15-16 season where we drew 0-0 with them. For a win, you have to go back to the 13-14 season. It was a 1-0 win with Johan Kabir scoring the only goal in the game. And, of course, in them 4 losses as well, there should have been wins there for Newcastle United. You can look at the 3-2 loss from the 18-19 season where Kennedy and Mutu scored. That should have probably been a win for Newcastle United. The 4-1 loss in the 19-20 season where Matty Longstaff scored the goal. That should have probably been a win for Newcastle United, or at least something out of the game. But we ended up on the end of 4-0 defeat. 3-1 defeat last season with Maxi scoring the goal. You know, it's just all frustrating. Very frustrating at all. For us Newcastle United fans right now, we've got to be focusing on the problem, which is, of course, you know, the corruption and, of course, the dodgy decisions by the likes of Steve Bruce, you know, not switching up his formations, sticking with 5 at the back against teams where we should be playing more attacking football. This will, of course, be the 1000th Premier League game, 500th away game. The 500th home game, of course, was the 2 draw against Southampton just before that international break. And, you know, hopefully we can come out of this game with something against Man United. But, you know, if it's anything like the past games this season, the last 3 that we've played, you know, I don't have much hope, to be honest, with the way things are going of late. It would just seem like we're getting screwed over right, left and centre. And, you know, Steve Bruce isn't helping with his dodgy formations neither. It's just something that's got to change, and it needs to change, you know, before we end up getting even more fucked up than we already are. But let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, remember, like, share, subscribe to 100% Mags, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, the lads.